Alrighty, Ken Range Theory Trader back with you with another video talking about how a $25,000 instant funding account can change your life. So let's get into it. The disclaimer: trading is risky. Prop firms can't shut down. Trade at your own risk. This is not financial advice. So here's what we're going to cover: shopping for prop firms, how to write your own paycheck, the trading plan, the plan in action, and a special bonus at the end. So when you shop for prop firms, here are some factors that you want to consider. What is the drawdown type that you are going to be going through? Is it static or trailing? There are other videos on YouTube about that, but you need to know that a static drawdown does not move and a trailing one does. So static is typically always better, but just because a drawdown is trailing doesn't mean you can't make any money. Okay. So consistency rule, I'll explain that a little later. Me personally, I like 20%. Sometimes you'll see them as low as 15. The higher the number though, the better. Okay. If you see low consistency rules, that's going to be a little harder to get a payout. What is the max daily loss, the max total loss? What is the profit split that the firm is giving you? What's the minimum amount you can pull out? The payout method and frequency, how often do they pay, and the trading platform. Those are just some factors, not all of them, that you want to consider when you're looking for prop firms. So one of the best sites I saw to go to is a Prop Firm Match, and you can go through the firms and also set the filters. So this one here, I have like Forex, $25,000 challenge, and instant. So you see some firms here and their costs. So all of these costs here will give you the drawdown from a $25,000 account, which is based on the max loss. Okay, so not all of them are equal, but you want to shop around and see where you can get the best bang for your buck. Okay, so we're going to go through a sample firm. This is not based on any firm in particularly. Well, it is kind of just a little bit. But at the same time, I'm not an affiliate for any prop firms. I do not make my money that way. There are no affiliate links in the description. I do not do that. Okay, so that's that. So for this example, though, let's just say we have a drawdown that's trailing for a $25,000 account. We have a 20% consistency rule. We have a max daily loss of 3%. 3% being $750. The max total loss is $1,500. The profit split is 80%. You can read all that. And once you meet the consistency rule, you can get a payout on demand. So how do you write your own paycheck when you do this? Number one, you have to figure out what you want your best day to be. How much would you like to make per day? Now, because of the consistency rule, no more than 20% of our profits can come from one single trade. So what does that mean? I have an example of the right way to do things and the wrong way to do things. So for example, if you have made $1,000 on your 25K, but one of those days, let's say you got $500 profit on one day, 300 on one day, and then 200 on one day, okay? You will not be eligible for a payout. But why? Because you made too much money on one day, that $500 day. If that happens for you, you have to keep trading until your profit is large enough as to where that $500 doesn't account for 20% of your profits. So as you can see, big days can hurt you if you're going to go this route. You have to stay in control. The best way to do that is just set stop losses and take profits. Okay. Now, in example two, this person, they have the same profit of $1,000, but they have 200, 100, yada yada yada. You can see all that. That person would be payout eligible because their profits are spread out. Okay, that's the point. So you want to be consistent. It's a consistency rule. Now, if this turns you off and you just want to trade your own money, you can do that. That's more than fine. You do not have to use a prop firm. Okay. Now, how do you set a good best day? What are some rules to thumb? Okay, so here's one thing that you might want to consider. Base it on your max daily loss. Now, in the case of the $25,000 account, if you have a max daily loss of $750, that's the most you can lose in one day, then keep it lower, much lower than that. Okay, keep it below half the max daily loss. Okay, so I would say for this, the best day I would say between 200 and 300 bucks. Okay, that would be my recommendation for a max daily loss. Now, remember, once you set your best day, be sure not to top it. So if you make $200 one day and then you make $250 the next day, you got to keep trading because now your best day is 250. All right. Big days can hurt you. Once you get your target, then you want to stay at it or beneath it, really beneath it. And I quite frankly, if your best day is like 200 bucks, try to stay around 180. That will give you better odds for success. Okay. So here is the trading plan, plain and simple. Now, for the best chances of success, I recommend trading 1-to-1. I know a lot of people hate on that. I used to hate on it until I figured out how to make it work for me. But whatever your best day goal is, trade on that. So if your best day goal is 200 bucks, when you see a good trade, you're only simply going to take a 1-to-1 and you're going to risk 200 to make 200. That's it. Okay. Now here's a trick though. If the trade goes against you, say you're in a trade and you're down in drawdown after like 40 minutes, you thought the trade was going to drop and it didn't, it kept rising. Just stop yourself out early. Okay. So if you stop yourself out after like say 40 minutes and you lose 120, you don't lose the whole 200. Now there will be times you'll still lose the whole 200, but 200 out of 750 is not going to kill you. Okay. You're not going to blow the account. Okay. You want to keep that risk small. You have to stay in control. Okay. And as well, typically traders who trade a 1-to-1, they typically have a higher win rate than traders who got try to go for like 1-to-5, 1-to-3, even 1-to-2. Okay. Typically. So if you're so obsessed with win rate and winning the majority of your trades, just experiment with a 1-to-1, and I promise you'll see the results of that. Now, the plan in action. Here's how the account could look when you are trading. Okay, so this is just something I did in Grok real quick, just showing how you can start with 25 grand. You can have like a partial loss here of $100, win, a full loss here. That can and will happen. Partial loss here of $100, and then you have a nice little streak at the end, and you finish up with $26,000. Now on an 80-20 profit split, that would be $800 to you. Okay, after 10 days, which isn't bad for a side hustle in my mind. Okay, so remember though, sometimes when firms have a trailing drawdown, if you pull out all of your profit, they consider that a blow of the account because the drawdown is trailing. You need to know the firm's rule on that and ask, because every firm is different. So if, for instance, you do achieve this, let's say this profit here, and you want all your profit, but they say, okay, we'll give it to you, but you won't have the account anymore. Just buy another one, because I haven't seen a lot of them are under like $200, and oftentimes you need to reinvest in your business anyway. So you get under 800, you may spend like 200, you still keep 6. That's still not bad, and you just do it again. It's no big deal. Or you can even buy a bigger account. It's up to you. I mean, but you got to just do what works for you. Okay, but you need to know the rule on that, especially if the account has a trailing drawdown. Okay, so some reminders: don't let your profit sit. Okay, you need to withdraw as often as possible. I say as soon as you qualify for a payout, get it. Firms can and do shut down. So get your money while you can. Last thing you want to do is kick yourself by leaving all your money in a prop firm and then all of a sudden they're going out of business. Now, if you withdraw your profit and the account blows, like I said, the cost is minimal to just buy another account. You know what you're doing. What's the problem? Just do it again. And you're actually using the prop firm's money to start over. It's not even yours, technically. They're paying you, and then you're going to say, okay, here's a little bit of it back. Let's do it again. Let's run it back. No big deal. Okay, but remember, never pay full price for a challenge. You need to find coupon codes for prop firms. Now, the best odds to win at this, like I said, trade 1-to-1 based on your best day. If your best day is 200, trade 200 and you either make it or you don't. But remember, try to control your loss. Keep the take profit fixed, but keep the stop loss amendable. Okay, you kind of got to flip it. All right, so try that, and I promise you'll see some success. Stay away though from big winning days. You have to save that for a personal account. If you want to get like 18% in one day, do that on your own account with a broker. If you do that on a prop firm, it can kill you on these types of things. You do not want a big winning day on these accounts. You just don't. Now, as a special bonus, always think scale, because remember, you can always, if 25K, it doesn't have to be where it ends. Let's say you want to do a $100,000 instant funding account. If you have a max loss of 3% on 100 grand, that's $3,000. So at that point, your best day could be $1,000. So here's how that could look on a $100,000 account with a best day of 1,000. So you want to you're risking 1,000 to make 1,000. Okay, so that's how that would go. And then you just see here, you win. Partial loss here of $758, another partial loss of 49. But the rest of these are winning days. And you grow the account to $106,753. After an 80% split, that'll be about a little over $5,000 to you, the trader. Okay, so it's there for you. All right, most people they don't have $100,000 to trade, let alone 3,000. They just don't. Okay, most people, they try to take a little and grow it into a lot. And while I've done that, a lot of people have done that. Okay, you guys got to do what works for you. But prop firms can be a good option to either fund your personal account or to just use as little of your money as possible to try to make a decent side income. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you got something out of this. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll keep some more videos coming for you. If you don't know or have a good trading method, you're more than welcome to check out the candle range theory. That's all I trade. It's been working well for me. It may work well for you. But thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day. Take care.